What's a concussion? A concussion is, simply put, a brain movement injury. Okay, so your brain, which is sort of like jello or firm jello, and it floats inside your skull, and when your skull moves rapidly, the brain can kind of move inside there. So the network and the connections in the brain can be temporarily disrupted. We wanted to emphasize our focus on repeated head injuries in youth, and particularly in the setting of sports, and so came up with the idea for what we call the BrainSPORT, and that stands for Sports Concussion Prevention, Outreach, Research, and Treatment. Just a little over a year ago, we received a very generous donation from Mr. Steve Tisch, and now we're called the UCLA Steve Tisch BrainSPORT program. In sports where helmets are worn, we can affix sensors into the helmet, and so each of these represents an accelerometer. Those sensors are measuring the forces that their head and theoretically that their brain is feeling, even if they don't have any symptoms. For most places, soccer is the #1 cause of concussions for women.
I started when I was 6 years old, and I stopped playing when I was 33. I played pro, national team, college, and there's a lot of risk there.
Here's that free kick, and you can see the collision there. Pretty vicious.
But also there's a lot of gain and a lot of reward in the sport.
You know, there are clear benefits to sports participation.
Females specifically, communication skills, leadership skills, their confidence, and they're less likely to get involved with drugs.
With declining activity in our youth, we see that there are consequences. They're palpable public health hard numbers of increased obesity, increased childhood diabetes.
When you look at the female athletes, especially at a school like UCLA, they're very good students as well. They're very driven. This bodes well for their future and any profession they choose.
Yes, people should be concerned, and it's important. It can happen to anybody. You can get a concussion or a traumatic brain injury in a car accident, or you can fall off a ladder.
You really can get injured doing a lot of things. You're out skateboarding, you can be doing things just fooling around at the park and get injured.
It's still a brain injury, and you need the appropriate care. We have to pay attention not just to the emotions, but to the facts, and the facts show that the physiology that occurs when the brain is concussed does recover over time if you give the brain time to get better. Mother Nature designed us to survive single mild head injuries. What Mother Nature didn't count on is the idea of hitting your head multiple times in a row without giving time for recovery. Protect your brain, you only get one of them, and if you suspect you or your loved one or your athlete has had a concussion, sit them out.